Hello, my country people. Now, welcome back again to Bod Tv. But they say this one not be small thing. Everybody don't come out. Papa, mama, pikin, all the nation don't come out for protest. To say make Tinubu comot for government. Say they don't need them again because hunger don't sweep the land. It don't close everywhere. All the things where they come through border, it don't close them.
Enough of this hike in all cost of living. No, we cannot afford to eat 3 square meal a day. Why those that are governing us, they can eat and they are even riding on our own money. What they extort from us is what they used to live lavishly.
We just want to peacefully protest and tell the government what we want. It is our civil right. They should just help us and give us what we want. Insecurity is killing the nation. Hunger is killing the nation.
Now, wow, my country people, now this one they country talk say Nigeria and Naira don't eat low record. Say stock they sink as investors don't sell off their local assets. Although they don't pack their load, they don't finally come out because Naira not get value at all. 100 Naira, 200, 500, even 1,000. No one get value. Kaka. The hardship with Tinubu, Buhari, and those APC people where they bring come. We don't succeed past 8 years, come on. They want to bring another 8 years of sorrow. And with it come me pass. That man where they call Wike, if they protest, they talk, say 2027 election, now they look forward to. Say this man, Tinubu go see enter again. People not get conscience. People not get conscience at all. As I want to see Bolofua, Tinubu can they tell Nigerians, say, I beg, may they endure hardship. Say this hardship now for their good, for the good of their children unborn. Say, may they endure this one. Say, they endure this one part. Say, the one where they front, it go good, my country people. So until people can't die, they can't know say, yeah, they don't endure hardship. The way you can't see me pass, where they still do. Now, that is daughter, where they call you a lodger of the whole nation of Nigeria, and that is somewhere that they call shake. Can't they choke their mouths? Can't they choke? They in a family meeting. They can't they choke their mouths. They tell Nigerians say, "Hey, Mona, no worry. Our papa go work. Mona give our papa time. He go work. He go deliver. He go help the nation. Mona go enjoy and how dare una? Una tisi na okagbe meeting. Na okagbe meeting in Nigeria be." Even the Catholic bishop constantly tell Tinubu say this hardship wey Nigeria dey face today, he say na him cause am. He say because the money we get for fuel subsidy, wetin he use that money to do right now. They don dey tell Tinubu say he don embezzle that money, he don chop that money, and the senators don share that money. How true this one be, my country people? We don't know. However, news come dey reach us say Atiku accuse Tinubu say he steal billions from the fuel subsidy scheme. Atiku can't talk this one, say the thing wey make Tinubu take comot that fuel subsidy na to embezzle the public funds wey he want to replace the money wey he spend during the election. Say because he settle many people well, my country people. This one take be true again, we don't know. But the fact that be say, you know, not say this opposition don't dey even the time of election, even after election, this Atiku and Tinubu matter, he don't take for grand. Whether Tinubu they do this one to take pay Atiku back, or Atiku they talk this one to take pay Tinubu back, my country people, we don't really know. But the thing I be say, they say it too elephant they fight, now the grand I go suffer. Now with the citizens, they suffer all these things where they happen. So even the article, it not still pure for them because it don't still test for inside the team, this government. It don't still test time, it don't still chop, it don't still belly full. The same Tinubu, it did not they chop the consent before he can talk say now it turn, now it be. My country people, now with the citizens, they suffer. And if you see these small children, whoever do this graphic, whoever do this thing, kudos to them. Because if you look, see car where person they drive, meanwhile see the road where they drive the car put, and the cities where be say they take care of. See as all of them be, they don't turn kwashioko. My country people, it is a shame.
Are you disappointed because you mentioned President Bola Tinubu is someone you know very well? You perhaps at some point worked closely with him. Are you surprised at the outcome or the performance of his government in the last 8 months?
I have said it, Sean, I'm extremely disappointed. I used to know him to be someone who is always reading, is always engaging But I have not seen that at all. And I can see a lot of sycophancy around him. People are not engaging him. They're not telling him the truth. And he seems to be very comfortable with the kind of people that he has around them that don't seem to have any ideas in their head. They don't seem to have any solution to the problems that we have. And they're always trying to find excuses. I understand one of the ministers was even saying that things are improving. How can they be improving when people are in the mess they are at the moment? How can they be improving when the insecurity has reached that level where even Abuja, the capital, is not safe? How can things be improving? And they are, when they come to the solutions, they are repeating what has been done 40 years ago without any success. They are looking at controlling prices. How can you control the prices of things that you don't have? I mean, Buhari in his military era, tried doing that, opening stores and giving, but that didn't solve the problem. And you're talking about palliatives. Government has demonstrated very clearly that they are the worst handlers of palliative. They have never done this thing very well. From the COVID time to date, we have seen how much scandals are now. So,
when
it's not something that
Buhari came into power, there are a lot of expectation because Nigerians thought, this is a military general who will understand the sound of the guns and how to silence it and how to deal with the insurgency in the country. And he said that he will quench it. Now, this is Bola Tinubu, the Nigeria's president, who is saying as an accomplished accountant, a tax man who understands the figures and perhaps knows just how well to deal with economic issues. And that's why I asked you whether or not you were disappointed.
Well, today,
do you think he has the capacity to be able to turn things around?
Today is everybody's knowledge that Bola Tinubu has no solution to the problems of this country.
Really?
If anything, well, let's see it. Let's see it if he has. I mean, the last 6 months or so, this government has been fumbling and tumbling. We have not seen any solution, not to the security situation, not to the food situation, not to the issue of jobs, even investments where they claim to. Look at the value of the naira. These, experts that he has brought to handle the central bank, you can see they are fumbling. The value of the naira is constant. We never expected that it would get this bad.
But there are those who will say, look, there are some political manipulation. There are the fifth columnist. There are those who are trying to play around this issue. We have had this regime after regime. If you cannot handle this, why did you even come in the first place? No excuses. You applied for this job. You should know that there will be fifth columnists. You should know that there are people who will sabotage you. What are the police doing? What are the SSS doing? What are all the instruments of coercion that we have within government are they doing? What are you doing? Would it be fair to refer to the Tinubu government as failing after just 8 months in office?
It's very clear. You don't need any analysis. It has failed to address the most essential
issues. It's not even spent up to 1 year in office.
Yeah, but you can see clearly. And if you go back to the Constitution, the very purpose of government is the welfare and security of the people. Where is the welfare? Where is the security? Where is the future? All this talk about hope, people have turned it to say, it's not a new, it's a revived hardship. They are moving from one hardship to worse hardship that they are facing now. And it's very clear. And I have not seen the solution. Most of the things that they have spoken about are no solution.
Dr. Bugaji,
they don't seem to have even the idea of exactly where to
look
go.
At it, and the president will say, look, we're making some policies that we'll call some hardship. It will take some time, but we are turning things around. Can we give him a benefit of the doubt that things, according to the words of the president, maybe things can turn around?
Sheun, these things, in the 21st century, governance is a corporate scientific business. It's not something mystical. Where are the figures? Bring out the figures, do the projections. This is how the world is run today, right? Do we know how much food we are producing at the moment? We should. Do we know how much petrol we are selling? We should. Did we know how much revenue we are expecting? What are our bills? How do we solve this? How the figures should be able to be rolled out today. But you keep speaking in general terms with nothing specific, and things are worsening. Even the policy itself of removing subsidy, you should not announce this policy or start this policy without an arrangement. For example, where is the subsidy that we have recovered after removal? How much is it? Where do you want to apply it? From what we know, there are 4 areas that you can apply these subsidies that can ease life for the ordinary person. One is food. Second, transportation, health, and education. How much of these amount that has been recovered, from the subsidy? We don't even know the figure, and we don't know where it is. And nobody is talking in terms of facts and figures. They're just talking in very general terms, very, very ambiguous, and nothing specific.
Nothing in the activities of this government do you think is in the right direction? Do you? Do you see any of their actions or policies in the right direction?
At the moment, the most important thing is hunger and insecurity. In the hierarchy of human needs, human life comes first. And I've not seen anything done. Of course, we see the National Assembly discussing with the security chiefs and passing a vote of confidence. Isn't that an insult to this country? After all that we know that is happening, every day people are being killed. More places are being deserted. More people are leaving their homes and languishing on the streets. And we are passing a vote of confidence to these people. What have they done? What are the metrics? How do you measure performance? I mean, this is an insult. And that is why I said some of these people don't seem to know exactly what is happening. If they do, they will not say so.
There are those who will say the action of the president, and let's be realistic, the indices were there that anyone who took over power from Muhammadu Buhari was going to face an uphill task in putting this country together, in firming it up as a unit, and also fixing the economic and insecurity issues that we'll face. There is no doubt that the angelest of the angels will have to face an uphill task in fixing this country. But the promises that we got from each and every one that wanted to be president gave some kind of hope that there is competition of ideas. Now the president, Bola Tinubu, is in office. And there are those who believe that Atiku said he was going to remove subsidy. Peter Obi said he was going to remove subsidy, likewise some others. Now, Tinubu has done that. There are those who will say these are ideas that were being preached, shown by all of these candidates.
I was
in that sense. Those who believe that there was a far-reaching criminal enterprise within the oil and gas sector, that removing subsidy was a brilliant idea, don't you think?
It was a good idea, but wait. We have to look at the consequences. What have you planned to do with that money that you are now going to gain by removing subsidy? Where are you going to channel it? Because you know, the moment you remove subsidy, prices are going to go up. The poor man is going to lose his purchasing power. And people will not be able to go to hospitals. People will not be able to take their children to school. People will not be able to eat. Small criminal activities in the society will rise up. So what are you doing to do that? That is why I said governance is a corporate scientific business.
So you don't think the President Tinubu contemplated these consequences?
They are not ready at all. They thought perhaps it's a tea party. Because if you are going to have to do that, I agree, it's a good idea because a lot of it is fraud. But wait, how do you now address the consequences of your own decision? And they are now themselves surprised by the consequences of their own decision.
So you think that singular action and statement caused all of these problems?
Yes, it did. But let me put it more in perspective. You see, when you are going to run a government, and he must have, he has run his state government for some time, you would know that any time there are processes in policy making and policy implementation, You don't just stand up and announce a policy without a thorough check of what are the consequences and how are you going to address the consequences.
So it was a disaster from day one.
So it appears that he did not know exactly what the consequences were. He just went ahead, which is a very reckless thing to do.
In case the first time you come here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more uploads.